lust, gluttony, pride, sloth, wrath, greed, envy. We all know the 7 deadly sins. You might have heard them from Bible study or the other one that we're actively trying to forget as a society. Today we're going over 7 of the most degenerate fan bases, or the internet likes to call it now, fandoms, that fit within each of the 7 deadly sins. Or should I say, the 7 deadly fan bases. Before we begin, Happy New Year, 2025. New year, new you. More blessings to you this year. Let's get into it. Lust. Now the lust sin can be described as being overly horny, an intense desire to goon. And what better fan base that resembles this the most other than Fortnite fans? Fortnite fans are the new Overwatch fans. Since Fortnite spawned in and took over gaming in 2017, it has progressively gotten as bad, if not worse, in the Overwatch community when it comes to the goon content. And the skin designers working at Epic Games are very much aware of it. Just look at the details they put into the female skins versus the male skins. And as if some of the Fortnite skins weren't freaky enough, you got making their own freaky skins and modding it into the game.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
And what makes this funny is the fact that nobody else can see the skin besides the person that has it on. So at this point, they just doing it for the love of the goon. Fortnite's top 20 thickest yacht.
Let me tell you. Girl, you my little boo thing. So I'll give a hoot what you do, say girl, I know.
How much money do you think you spent on this account? At least a band, at least $1,000. But I'm not gonna lie. Money well spent, money well spent. Look at this modded skin that somebody put into Fortnite. Just look at it. Just look at this shit. They're jiggling. Can I put it in slow-mo? Can I put it in slow-mo? Slow down, I just wanna get to know you. You put it in slow-mo?
You put it in slow-mo? You put it in slow-mo?
They're jiggling. Why are they jiggling? Why did y'all some freaky ass things? Gluttony. Gluttony can be described as eating too damn much. You just stuff in your mouth. Anything you can find, you put in your fucking mouth. No self-control whatsoever. And the fan base that resembles gluttony the most, Apple fans. Apple fans overly obsess over anything Apple related. They believe Apple is the best of the best, that Apple will never do them wrong, that Apple makes the best tech out right now, when that's simply not the truth. Apple fans glaze anything that Apple does, even when it's ass. Look at the recent iPhone. Not even a single upgrade from the past iPhones. Actually, it's been like that for the past 4 years. But best believe, Apple fans lined up the minute an iPhone dropped. They have been brainwashed to think that anything that is not Apple is low quality doo-doo, when in reality, Apple is moving like Majin Buu, absorbing swag and ideologies. Actually, let's look at the recent Apple devices and see how they compare to the past ones. Okay, we have the most recent iPhone, the iPhone 16 Pro, lined up with last year's iPhone, the iPhone 15 Pro, lined up with the year before that, the year before last year's iPhone, the iPhone 14 Pro. We're gonna see how they compare. Okay, so the iPhone 16 Pro, they did give us 0.2 inches in the screen. F***ing hooray. They all have the same Super Retina XDR display, the promotion technology always on display. Okay, we love that. Basically the same textures, cool. Except the iPhone 15 does have the action button, but so does the 16 Pro. Okay. Oh, okay, something new. The iPhone 16, it added a camera button. Oh my God, they're so innovative. Oh my God. Same zoom option, same dynamic island, same emergency SOS call bullshit, the satellite, yeah, cool. Okay, in the iPhone 16 Pro, they're giving us 4 extra hours of video playback. God damn it, they don't know how to stop winning. They can't lose. They can't fucking lose. These niggas don't change shit up, bro. I'm not even gonna continue wasting your time. They don't change shit up. They know they fans gonna love this shit regardless. They don't have to change nothing up. And me, I used to be one of those Apple fanboys too, until I propped myself from the grasp they had on me. I could not let this go on any further. I even traded my iPhone in to get a Samsung to show these that I really mean business. That I'm willing to take a step back from our relationship until they decide to act right and, actually drop new shit. But I can't even lie. That shit did not last long. I'm sorry. They have a hold on me. I can't get rid of them. I'm so sorry. They have to have put something in the O's and ones of the coding that makes you feel like you can't live without an Apple device. Because I'm not gonna cap, the minute I got the Samsung, I was missing my iPhone, bro. I don't know what it is. I was fiending for the Apple device. I was fiending for the Apple. The pride sin. Now, the pride sin can be defined as an over excessive love for another one's excellence. And the obvious choice when it comes to the sin of pride, of course, LeBron fans. Now, don't get me wrong. LeBron is one of the only human beings on this planet Earth that it's okay to glaze. I mean, this nigga has 3 generations of fans. That should tell you everything you need to know. You have the fans that were around when LeBron first got into the league in 2003. Then you have the fans who grew up with LeBron when he was on the Cavs and, you know, got traded to the Miami Heat and had a ball with them boys in the 2010s. Then you have the fans in the 2020s who are slowly starting to realize this man is in his 40s. He should not be able to move like this. Put him on the Avengers, they need him immediately. LeBron fans choose to worship his lordness with insane TikTok edits showing off his supernatural skills. And several other ways of riding his kingly meat to the sunset, but can we really blame them? I mean, this guy is 40 years old, moving like this. The only 40-year-old comparable to LeBron, Raymond, GOAT James is Goku. The sloth sin. The sin of sloth is basically being a lazy bum. You don't want change, you don't want to make change, you don't feel like making change, you just there, lying on your ass, not doing nothing. And the only fan base that will defend and die on that bare minimum hill because of nostalgia, Nintendo fans. The easiest way you can tell if somebody is a Nintendo fan, ask them what their favorite game of the past decade is. If it's a Nintendo game, then congratulations, you found the Nintendo fanboy. There has been hundreds of peak games that have dropped between 2015 and now, and you telling me your favorite game is Splatoon? Bitch, be serious. Nintendo fans are the victims of an abusive relationship with Nintendo. They've been gaslit and conditioned that the pinky-sized rashes that Nintendo gives them is peak gaming. The whole time, the games look like this. A general rule of thumb is when a new Nintendo game drops, yes, quotation marks on new, because most of the time the bitches is remakes. The game is most likely something that could have dropped when a PS3 was on shelves. It's 2025, and games nowadays are starting to look like they can be shown on movie screens. Yet, Mario games still look like they can be ran on a 3DS. Wait, you thought this was the newest Mario game? Nah, this shit dropped on the Wii, a 9-year-old game system. For reference, some of y'all watching this video wasn't even born 9 years ago. That's how old the Wii is. This is the newest Mario game. This is another side-scroller game that dropped 4 years ago. This is the newest Legend of Zelda game. This is another open world game that dropped the same year. This is the newest Pokemon game. And y'all know I love Pokemon. One sec. This is the newest Pokemon game, and this is another game of the same genre that dropped the same year. You see the pattern they're giving us, the rhythm that they're making? Nintendo clearly doesn't feel like switching it up anytime soon, no pun intended. Obviously because the fans are okay with the spoonfuls that they're being given. They don't even bother keeping up with the times because the fans don't give a f, all in the blinding light of nostalgia. But I get it though. Nostalgia is a beautiful thing. And if something is working, why change it up? But aren't y'all tired of playing the same game that y'all were playing when y'all were 4 years old? Nigga, you're 34 now. Is it not time to change it up? The sin of wrath. This one has to go to the one and only anime fan. The only fan base that will get mad if you don't watch their show, but will get even madder if you don't watch it in the specific language that they don't even speak themselves. Anime fans are known for 2 things: their smell and debating the most pointless shit, like the sub versus dub debate. While some anime fans like me don't really give a fuck about what language they watch the show in or what anybody watches the show in, at the end of the day, it's just the language. Japanese, English, it don't matter. Watch that shit in Polynesian if you want to. As long as you're watching Peak, it really shouldn't matter. But of course, you have some losers who will look at you sideways if the word dubbed comes out your mouth, as if English wasn't their first and only language. Niggas genuinely believe that they're cool because they're watching a show in Japanese because that's how the anime was supposed to be watched. Brother, we are watching grown-ass men in tattered clothing fighting for the fate of their universe. Does it really matter what language we're watching it in? These dweebs don't even realize that they're the reason why anime, while it is more accepted than it was back in the day, is still getting looked at as weird and corny. You'll tell a motherfucker you watch anime, they'll ask you the big question: sub or a dub? Now you have 2.5 seconds to pick the right answer, or else they're gonna treat you like the worst human being that ever touched the soil of the earth. You won't even get the chance to utter the word dub. As soon as they hear dub, you got a 12 gauge to your head waiting for you to finish that word. You think watching dub will set off a diehard anime fan? Nah. Tell them that a character will beat their favorite character in a fight. That shit will blow them the up. Now that's when you're gonna have a real problem on your hands. Go ahead and tell a motherfucker with the Smash Bros cut that Goku can beat any anime character. Watch how you get a 15-page essay with a list of characters that can beat Goku, how they can beat Goku, where they gonna beat Goku at, why you are a failure and why you will never amount to anything in life, and a works cited page. They wrote that bitch in MLA format. They fell in literature, but don't try their favorite anime character. Nah, they gonna bring out the big vocabulary. The only thing worse to an enraged anime fan, besides the sub versus dub debate or telling them that Arceus from Pokemon can solo their favorite verse, is fan art of their favorite character, but make it black. There's been multiple occasions on Elon's cesspool of an artist drawing an anime character in their own art style, which includes, changing the character's skin color, something that has little to no change to the actual character, and accidentally opening up the Pandora's box of racist anime fans who think that changing the skin complexion of the character is a disrespect to the creator of said character, or flat out making the character ugly. Then you take a gander at their profile and you realize why I call it Elon cesspool. Yeah, nothing but AI anime. The sin of greed. Now this sin can only go to the fan base who are begging their artists to make a move. Any move. It's gotten so bad, they've started deciphering the motherfucker's name to try and figure out when he's dropping the album. These niggas are starving Playboy Carti fans. Carti fans haven't eaten in so long, they lose all sense of mind when he makes the slightest movement with his music. Jumping up and down like teenage girls outside of an Olivia Rodrigo concert over a 2-minute song. Carti failing his fans for the 36th time has resulted in them taking the helm, hacking into his files and dropping the album themselves as a result of the greed taking over like a venom symbiote. And I don't even blame the fans. It's not even their fault. If I'm at a restaurant and I ordered my food 2 hours ago and the waitress still hasn't rolled a cart of food to my table yet, I'm going to the back and cooking that shit myself. I'm on my 3rd lemonade refill and my 2nd bathroom break. It does not take that long to throw some chicken tenders and fries and some grease. The fans are just tired of waiting, and Carti obviously does not know how to secure his files good enough. The nigga password is I am evil 666 in all caps. Please give that brother access to special characters. I promise you will never get hacked again. Last but not least, the sin of envy. And I'm gonna have to give this one to streamer fan bases. Streamer fan bases are clear examples of how bitter a person can get when their jealousy meter reaches an all-time high. But when you look deep into streamer discourse, you see a big stinky cloud of hate produced by viewers or even other streamers.
You gotta take all the views, you fucking selfish ass. God damn, have you not had enough viewership and money, bro?
Lingering around whoever's popping at the time. Bitter ass niggas who really hate the fact that they're not the ones who can play video games for a living or host cooking shows with celebrities. Just look at this Twitter thread, for example. Just be sure to go grab a mask, a bed sheet, a bandana, whatever you need to cover your nose, because this shit smells putrid. Kaisi Nat blasts X for being toxic, says it's affecting the streaming world. Okay, got a clip of Kaisi Nat blasting X for being toxic. We all know Elon cesspool is a very toxic place. Well, let's see what Junebug says.
Imagine logging in on the daily to watch this man give you advice. Dude's never worked a day in his life.
You don't know what the has done in his life. And let's see what Dave says to follow up with.
This is what society is rewarding.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Dave. Society is not rewarding your job as a fucking plumber. I'm sorry. It's time to get over it though, buddy. We all have different forms of professions, okay? This is his profession, and this is what society is rewarding him. I'm sorry you're not getting any love as a fucking gas station clerk. I don't know what you want us to do about that. But Junebug follows up with,
yeah, that's why in 20 years the USA and most of the world is going to be a rough place to make a living. Kids would rather sit home in front of a screen all day than go learn a craft or a trade.
And this right here, Junebug, is how I know you're above the age of 40, because you should be happy that there's other forms of making a living now instead of having to, fix pipes or go on an oil rig. Now kids can just hop behind a screen and make a good, honest living instead of, being in the streets or selling drugs or selling their bodies, whatever the case. Motherfuckers are still selling their bodies, but still, whatever the case may be, it's easier now to make a living, and that should be, praised upon instead of,
oh, what the f***? He can just hop on the screen and play video games? I gotta hop on an oil rig and fix the plumbing in my car, or
Just shut up. Nobody cares. Who cares, bro? It's his life. It's your life. But you decide to be bitter about it. And he's decided to make the most of it. I hate to be a dick rider, but you know what I'm saying? This shit really irks my soul when I see niggas hate on other people who are winning, who have done the right things in life and who are making honest livings. I hate that. 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 But that's neither here or there. Then we have the nigga with the Among Us profile picture saying facts. Oh my God, bro. The jokes write themselves. 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 The jokes. And most of this envious aura coming from these stinky ass losers just comes from the fact that, hey, I wish I was in your position, but I'm not. So I'm gonna hate on you. Simple as that. And those were the 7 deadly fan bases. While some of them are worse than others when it comes to how far they will go to spread their agenda, all of them are much needed to keep the world spinning correctly. You remember what happened when Carti began his whole lot of red rollout in 2020? They were dropping new COVID variants like Pokemon. He has to disappoint his fans in order for the world to operate normally. But you know how I am. No hate to any of these fan bases. This video was just a little jokey joke. You know, I love all y'all. But you know how good things love to come, pause, they also have to go. And you know, that's the end of the video. So I'm gonna see y'all boys in the next one. Hey, Happy New Year, man. 2025, big things for this channel, big things for me, big things for you. More blessings to all of us, man. I love y'all. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. No peace this time. No peace this time. No, I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Peace! Hey, ACL.